What video editor should you use? Today I'm going to answer that question because this is Quick Camera Queries, the series that answers your tech and camera questions. If you'd like to submit a query, put it down in the comments below and we will shout you out if we choose your question. But what video editor should you use? Well, in my mind, there are two main options: Premiere Pro by Adobe and Davinci Resolve by Blackmagic. Now I know that a lot of people like Final Cut Pro or maybe even something lesser known such as HitFilm, but for one thing, I don't have that much experience with Final Cut Pro, and from the experience I do have with it, I can't say that I really like it all that much. And HitFilm, well, there are more downsides than upsides when compared to other programs. It is basically a Premiere knockoff that doesn't do anything particularly well and does not run that well either. So back to Premiere Pro versus Davinci Resolve. Well, chances are it's going to come down to your budget, and if it doesn't come down to that, it's just going to come down to what has more upsides and downsides for you. To lay down some of those upsides, downsides, and budgeting stuff, Davinci Resolve has two options: a free option, which is surprisingly unlimited, and a paid option that is a set price of $300 for which you get all the features and updates. Whereas Premiere Pro only has a paid option for which you need to pay a subscription. I believe that it is $15 a month unless you buy the whole Adobe suite, which is closer to $80 a month. Both of these editors are highly used by professionals, but don't let that turn you away from either of them because they are both surprisingly intuitive and easy to learn. They both have their upsides and downsides. For instance, Davinci Resolve excels strongly in the color grading space, and Premiere Pro excels a little bit less in many other areas because Premiere Pro has been an actual editor for longer than Davinci Resolve has, which started out as only a color grading software. Davinci Resolve also has audio and VFX built in, whereas Premiere you have to use third-party applications, which do both those things a little bit better. So between those two, you're gonna have to do a little bit more research, as I have to keep this quick. What about some other free options though? Maybe Davinci Resolve is a little too advanced for you, or you just don't want to use it for some other reason. Well, there are programs like iMovie and Windows Movie Maker, and actually iMovie has come a long way and is viable. There's also Adobe Rush, which is a free video editing software which focuses mostly on mobile editing but has a desktop counterpart. And depending on who you are and what you need to do, I'm sure you could get away with any of those. However, if you're looking for a free option, I still highly recommend Davinci Resolve because it allows for much more room to improve your video editing skills, as well as audio skills, VFX skills if that's what you want to do, color grading skills, and is overall way more flexible but still not too intimidating and unintuitive. To specify, that means that it is intuitive. But hopefully this helped answer your question. Again, if you want to submit a query, put it down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and if you would like to keep watching this series, click on this playlist right here.